author of the book Bad Girls, Why Men Love Them, and How Good Girls Can Learn Their Secrets. Good morning to you, Doctor.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. All right, so first of all, let's talk about what bad girls do differently than good girls when it comes to getting their guys.
Well, there are a number of things that they do. Primarily, they find the Achilles heel of their guy. And as I was mentioning earlier, there are certain things that they, all the guys who I interviewed, the 100 men who told me intimate details about their love life, said that they all said that their women were beautiful, for example. Their bad girl was beautiful. Well, they weren't all actually objectively beautiful, but to the men, there were certain things that they did with themselves that made them appear beautiful, especially to these men. And there were the other characteristics as well, the way that they dress and the way that they, their attitude about sex and their comfort with it, and their personality and their lifestyle and their tactics that they use. Those are all things that, and really what I did was I got these 100 stories and I distilled what it was that regardless of which of the 12 types of bad girls the men loved, that there were certain things that women did, like for example for tactics, and I don't recommend that good girls, copy all of the things and become bad, like become an addict or a gold digger or whatever. But like, for example, one of the tactics that I don't recommend but that did work was moving in right away with the guy. Like there would be these stories of my landlord doesn't want to renew my lease, or they'd make up stories for why they had to move in with the guy right then. There are other things to do, though, that aren't as sneaky.
All right, we have a couple of celebrity couples as examples. So we're going to put up some of those. The first one is Kate Middleton. So you can kind of go through you say there are 12 different kinds of bad girls.
Yes.
Kind of talk about how that relates to her, because you don't think about her as being a bad girl.
Well, no, she isn't a bad girl per se. She's a great example for what I'm trying to get across in this book, because I think, or I'd like to think, we'd all like to think that she's a good girl at heart,
right.
And she got her prince, right? And she did it by using some of the strategies. For example, she, when she was in high school, the boys voted that she was a 2 out of 10. And that kind of shocked her. And that summer, she just took an honest look at herself and thought about things that she needed to do to become a 10 or closer to a 10. And so she lost weight and she dressed better and she, in a more appealing way, and she wore makeup and wore, mainly what she did was change an attitude. And when she came back, lo and behold, she was much more appealing. So that was the first thing. Then when they were in college together, they knew each other, but he wasn't really interested in her as a girlfriend until the fashion show.
Yeah.
And then she wore this incredibly sexy outfit and
see-through dress
yes,
that everybody's seen.
Yes. And all of a sudden, he saw her in a different way. She went out of the nice girl friend category into, this is someone I could be attracted to and date. And so then they started dating. And then the last thing was when they were dating and he started going to clubs. He wanted to sort of sow his wild oats. Now, a good girl would have said, you can't do that. You have to be with me every night. I'm sorry, but, you're not, I can't have you do that. Instead, what she said was, go right ahead. And she started going out with other guys, and of course the media got pictures of her with other guys, and lo and behold, he came running back. So she showed that didn't change her heart, that didn't turn her into a bad girl, but she used some of these clever kinds of thinking about what to do with her life.
All right, real quickly, we're running out of time, and I want to
Sure.
get to all of these, but Lindsay Lohan, real
Lindsay
quickly.
Lohan, of course, is an addict type of bad girl. These bad girls are come about because they weren't nurtured well enough. She didn't get enough love. Her parents exploited her, and she is looking for and has looked for and has gotten, sometimes men and sometimes women, people who have taken care of her needs, were enablers for her.
Right. Okay, so people can actually take a bad girl test if they want to find
Yes.
out what they are. Tell me about that real quickly.
Well, the bad girl test is for women to see which of the count up, and to see which of the characteristics they have.
And where can they do that?
Well, it's in the book.
Oh, good. Okay, so if people buy your book, they can take it.
Yes.
And how long does that take?
Oh, I don't know, 20 minutes, something like that.
Okay, not bad. Yeah, absolutely, because it's not necessarily a bad thing. That's what you're trying to get across. You can use it to your advantage.
Right. What I'm saying is to appraise yourself as to where you are now and why you're that way, and then, of course, to learn through the stories what these bad girls do to get the attention of the guys and to keep them.
Doctor, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. Hey, if you want more information on the book, all you have to do is go to our website, fox5sandiego.com, and click on that Scene on tab, Raul. We'll send it on back to you.
Okay, good stuff, ladies. Thank you.